The Supreme Court just agreeing to hear that challenge to Obamacare, specifically based on this ambiguity of the law, it seems. This issue in this case is whether the federal Obamacare exchange, not just the state-run ones, can offer tax credits to low-income Americans.
It has been well documented that those who passed this legislation never intended for folks who were going through the federal exchange not to have their citizens get subsidies.
What's important to remember politically about this is if you're a state and you don't set up an exchange, that means your citizens don't get their tax credits. I just don't know why someone can't run for the governor of Florida and say, look, I hate gays, I love guns, but I'm not turning down $2 billion a year from the federal government.
There is no reason why the existing exchanges should be overturned through a court case.
Do you think the somewhat tortured language of the bill opened it up to these legal attacks?
It's not really tortured language. This bill was written in a tortured way to make sure CBO did not score the mandate as taxes. If CBO scored the mandate as taxes, the bill dies. It's first of all not entirely clear if you look at the language. This bill tries to, and let me, full disclaimer, I'm going to describe it objectively, but I helped write it. So I'll be objective. I'll try to be objective, but just full disclaimer, I was involved in writing the legislation. What actually it means. One way to read it is that states with federal exchanges can't give subsidies. That is really the ultimate threat is will people understand that, gee, if your governor doesn't set up an exchange, you're losing hundreds of millions of dollars of tax credits to be delivered to your citizens.
This should be an easy case.
I hope that that's a blatant enough political reality that states will get their act together and realize there are billions of dollars at stake here in setting up these exchanges and that they'll do it. But, once again, the politics can get ugly around this. I think the pressures politically led to an incomplete law with some typos.
You have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever.
Frankly, it probably shouldn't even been taken up.
American voter is too stupid to understand the difference. Just simply a typo, and it's really criminal that this has even made it as far as it has.